Dave, Anthony Richardson. He's QB 15 in Fantasy Pros ADP. He's going after pick 100. Jordan Love is QB 25. Richardson, it's funny. He's QB 15. When you look at Jamie's QB sleepers, they are QBs 14, 16, and 17. So Richardson's right in that mix. And they're Geno Smith, Daniel Jones, and Jared Goff for Jamie. And you have Richardson. I don't know. I think it kind of shows you that we really like that group of quarterbacks. Geno, Richardson, Daniel Jones, Jared Goff. But should we draft, Heath brought this up, I think, on the quarterback preview. Should you just draft Richardson first, way before his ADP, and then get someone else in that range?
It's what I've done. I've got him ranked as the 95th best player in non-PPR. He's probably going to go a little bit lower than that in full PPR, but he's got the exact type of upside that we're looking for because he's a runner. He can do the things that Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, what they can do with their legs. He's not going to be as good with his arm. But the stats sucked in his preseason game. He made two very encouraging throws. There was one, it was a dart over a linebacker to his tight end in the middle of the field. It was great. And imagine if Alec Pierce had caught the 34-yard bomb that
46,
Richardson,
46,
whatever it was, he dropped it right in the bucket for Alec Pierce, and Pierce couldn't hang on.
Yeah.
If he had caught that, bye-bye Anthony Richardson as a sleeper or a breakout, the whole world would gravitate toward him. I do think we are going to see the ADP rise. What happened?
He wouldn't be either one.
He wouldn't be. He'd probably be more of a breakout than a sleeper.
He's a breakout for me already. Yeah, so I don't think he's.
I think we define breakout a little bit differently. So I don't really care whether you call him a breakout or a sleeper. He's somebody to look for on draft day is the best way to put it. If he can get you 50 yards rushing every week, 225 yards passing every week, and one touchdown, that sets up a nice.
I'm sorry.
floor.
Did you say that again?
225. 50,
Get the hell out of here. Yeah,
What?
I will tell you right now, he is not getting 225 passing yards per game.
Okay.
It is not, and it won't even be close.
That's not even that high. That's not a huge number.
You know what? It's so funny because I just did research on this morning on what rookie first round pick quarterbacks have averaged over the last 5 seasons.
All right, hit me with this.
There have been 18 quarterbacks drafted in the first round. I actually did this for Nico Collins because I wanted to see what can we realistically expect from CJ Stroud. There have been 18 quarterbacks drafted in the first round in the first 5 seasons. Let's take out Jordan Love because he didn't throw a pass as a rookie. That gives us 17 quarterbacks.
Fine.
10 of them, and I used 214 passing yards per game because that's pretty much exactly what the Houston Texans have thrown for each of the last 2 years. So I was thinking, can Stroud do better than that? 10 of 17 over the last 5 years have averaged more than 214 passing yards per game, but only 6 have averaged more than 224 passing yards per game. So it's just funny that you said 225 and I got and they were.
I don't care who they were. Let's talk about Anthony Richardson.
No, this is important. I mean, some of them have the same type of pedigree. They were Baker, Kyler Murray, Daniel Jones. That's encouraging. Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa, and Justin Herbert. But I cannot see if he's going to run as much as you think he's going to run. He's not throwing 225 passing yards.
It's just like I told you.
He doesn't need to be 225 to be a good fantasy quarterback. Like I'll take 175. Just knowing that, again, what the history of these guys that run tells us. I've said this a few times now. Since 2010, 16 times quarterback has run for at least 700 yards. The worst season that they had was Daniel Jones last year at 19.9 fantasy points per game. And there were 2 rookies that have done that. And that's Robert Griffin III and Cam Newton. Now, again, you're asking a lot out of him. We get that. But if any projection has him for over 700 yards rushing, if history holds, that's where he's going to be. He's going to be around 20 fantasy points per game. If he's a competent passer, then he's going to have the chance to be significantly better than that. So, the thing you look for, the perfect comp is Justin Fields. What Fields did last year.
No,
that's the upside comp, though. That's the ceiling.
Why is it not what Justin Fields did as a rookie? That's what I don't understand. Why do you?
Because he's going to run for more yards.
When Fields played, he wasn't ready as a rookie. He was forced onto the field. I think that's been reported.
That's what my fear is for Richardson.
No, I think the fact that they're naming him the starter now and not the week of their week 4 game like it was for Justin Fields is encouraging to me. The fact that he honestly, I don't know if the interception's even on him. I think the interception might be on Isaiah McKenzie not running the right route on that play.
Agreed, yeah.
So I think that Richardson's first showing was good. Don't get me wrong. He's going to have some multi-interception games this year, but you watch him out there. He's humongous, first of all. Big, strong dude. Broke out of a low tackle on one of his runs. And he had accuracy downfield. And that was the biggest issue for me, was that he couldn't hit the side of a barn, to use a recent cultural reference, when he threw the ball 15-plus yards downfield.
But
he did it twice.
Dave, I don't think we should make any one way or another too much of the guy's first preseason start.
No, but what I'm telling you is he didn't look like doo-doo.
I agree.
He looked like someone who could play quarterback in the National Football League in an offense that almost, at least in this first preseason game, looked like something he would run at Florida.
All right, let's move on just so we can cover our bases here. Jordan Love is another quarterback sleeper for you. I think it's fair to at least throw Kenny Pickett's name into the sleeper mix. Good preseason debut. They threw a lot, got good weapons. Why not, right? It's a first-round pick. Why not? Kenny Pickett or Jordan Love? Who'd you rather have?
Love.
Jordan Love, but it's close. I'd also put Sam Howell in that same range.
Okay. Would you take those guys over Derek Carr, who's been the most ho-hum fantasy quarterback?
I would not. I have Carr ahead of both.
Jamie, would you take those upside guys over Carr in a
100%,
2 QB league? In a 2 QB league,
if I was going that route, I would probably take two of them. So I would almost look to go back to back at quarterback. So that's obviously taking one guy with a mid to late round pick, essentially, depending on how your draft unfolds. I would let somebody else take Carr, depending on who my first quarterback is. Also.
All right, what do you want to say about Geno Smith, Daniel Jones, and Jared Goff, who are all being drafted similarly?
I said enough about Geno already. I think Daniel Jones gets better than what he was last year because he finally has somebody to throw to in Darren Waller. His rushing will matter. So he's another great fallback option. And in 4 points for passing touchdown leagues, he's a borderline top 12 guy. And then for Jared Goff, I think you just look at how many times did they lose touchdown opportunities with guys falling down at the goal line that led to Jamal Williams falling into the end zone 17 times. So I think Amon-Ra St. Brown has a monster season. I think Sam Laporta is going to matter. I think Jameson Williams coming back in the second half is going to be huge for Jared Goff. I love the setup for him with his pass catchers, with Jahmyr Gibbs as well. So huge year coming for him as well. These are just great fallback options at the quarterback position.